Hey, lighten up, jerk!
I think vocation is definitely supposed to be like purposeful, right? And everything else is in service of that purpose. Whether like so for example, for me being exercise, baking, all this jazz, like these things take my mind off of like I'm constantly working, but we have to remember that there's joy to be found in this life.
Right.
There's other things that matter as well, and those things are in service of, like, for example, I work with kids, right? And sometimes it's like, oh, like my baking does help me working with kids, but at other times it's like, hey, like I just need to like take a step back from doing this and like refresh my mind, refresh my body, and like that's why I go to exercise. That's why like I invite people over and have parties, like, because ultimately, like, there is that purpose of like, hey, like I work with these kids, but I need my break too. I need my me time as well. But there's also a way for me to incorporate the things that I love into, like being with these kids and making sure that they are hale and hearty.
Right.
Yeah. So that's also always in the back of my mind, is like how do I properly live all of my life in a way that is in service of other people, right? Like, we were going to talk about escape rooms, and like that's just my jam, right? Like I remember taking Robert on his first escape room, and it was hilarious because it was like a horror themed. Were we chained to a wall?
Yeah, we started out
Halloween.
So because we did it for my birthday, so we did it for my birthday, so it was definitely Halloween themed. So I when I met Kevin, like he had been talking about like escape rooms and all that stuff. It's like, and I like puzzles, and so obviously like that's like puzzle, for puzzle fanatics, like escape room, exactly, and. So the one that he takes me on, of course, it's a horror thing. It's like, great, but we started off like we're chained to a we were captured by like some sort of like serial killer or something like that, and so we were
Saw.
Yeah, it's kind of like
in
that.
the bathroom,
And so we started off chained to the wall, so we had to figure out how to escape from that and move on to the next room, and then find certain clues. And of course, like if you, because you have a time limit, right?
Yeah.
And when at certain intervals, like they would give you like hints, or I think we can call for hints too at certain points if we wanted that.
Well, the one I went to, like, there was like a TV screen, and like the person would like put up like messages, like it's like, oh, try this, or like it's like maybe look at it again, that kind of thing.
So the one that we did, the first one that we did, was hilarious because the way that he was giving hints was, or the way that they gave hints was,
fucking scared the shit out of me.
There was a clown with like 3 faces on it. Like there's like a face, kind of like one of those like kind of like Japanese, I guess, like triple face mask things.
Yeah.
There's like a face on each side, and like it's like a terrifying face too.
Yeah.
Like the clown's pretty like bloodied up and stuff like that.
I felt like I jumped like 10 feet in the air.
He walks in and has a sign saying like, oh, this is how much time do you have? Do you want a hint? Right, like with this, so you have 45 minutes left. Do you want a hint? And he walks in at regular intervals. But the first time he walks in, we're both facing a chest, and Robert's looking straight at it. I'm kind of like scanning the room, and then the clown entity monster beast thing walks in and just stands in the doorway that we just came out of. And like I see the movement, and I'm like, but I don't say anything, right? This guy is still staring at the chest. So he turns around, jumps 10 feet, like literally jumps 10 feet in the air, and like clings to me like a woman. And he cusses out loud, super loud, like F, and I'm like, welcome to your first escape room, Robert. And like it's funny because I feel like the only ones that we've done 2, right, together.
We've done 2
you
together,
and me, right? Both of them were horror themed, and like that's the thing, right? Like the horror themes usually make the best escape rooms because like there's more urgency to get out.
Right, yeah. There's a little bit more atmosphere and a little bit more foreboding.
Yeah, I think the best ones.
I kind of want to try one that's not horror themed.
That takes the pressure off. There's only been like I don't have.
The second one we did though was was like a Dracula themed one. That one was cool. I really liked that one a lot.
But you still screamed. I do remember you still screamed. There was a statue up there. There was a statue on the wall, and when we solved the puzzle, it cackled and its eyes lit up. And you did that same thing when you saw the clown. You jumped, you screamed, yelled an
like a woman,
and clung to me. I was
like a woman.
Just get off. But like, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like,
I want one that's not horror themed for once.
But I like watching the screen. You see, I like going to escape rooms for my entertainment, and I never tell people what they're getting into. There are non-scary ones, but they're not. One of my favorites is called Evil Genius, and unfortunately, I know the owner, and I think there was like some unforeseen. He's posted this on Facebook saying like there's some unforeseen circumstances, and so he had to shut down like immediately, which sucks because it was one of my favorite escape rooms. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody listening, just in case you might be going in the next couple of weeks as they close down. But at the end. There's not a horror themed escape room, but something happens at the end that makes you panic, and suddenly like you forget how to put a key into a keyhole.